Hey guys, JC Smith here. Well, the bus won by a lot. It was basically 3-1. So here it is, and this is what we're going to do. We are going to go on the inside, and we're going to, I got to get this warranted is why I keep moving it around. I don't want to forget it. If I don't put it in my hands, I'll lay it down somewhere and I won't get it warranted today. But what we're going to do is we're going to go inside, we're going to peel all the steel out of the inside. The whole entire inside is steel. We're going to take all the seats out, all the windows out, and we're going to cut the actual bus body into 3-foot by 3-foot sections and put them in a dump truck. You get the most money in scrap if it's what they call prepared, and the scrap place we'll take it to wants it in 3-foot by 3-foot sections, no bigger. So it could be 3 by 3 or smaller. So we're going to take all this apart, starting on the inside, then we'll start on the roof, and we will cut the roof sections out. We'll probably cut them in bigger sections and throw them on the ground, make it easier to cut. We'll see how that goes, but then we're going to stop right up here by the stop sign. And the reason we're going to do that is when this thing comes from the chassis manufacturer, from the incomplete chassis manufacturer, it comes with motor, transmission, front steering, suspension, rear axle, a rolling, running, driving chassis with no body. So they build like a platform in this area that the seat would sit on, and the instrument cluster and the steering column. So when they do that, the bus manufacturer starts from that point and ties their stuff to it. It is welded, spot welded, bolted. There's a lot of connection points in this area. So we're going to stop back here, and then we will take our time and dissect this. Let me show you what we're working with electric here. Now, if you've ever seen a rat's nest, this is one of them, because you can see it's been cut on, spliced on, stuff unplugged, and the majority of this I don't need because it's bus chassis. However, the OE, what we're going to call the chassis builder, okay, comes out of here. It's going to show up, and this is your main harnesses. Now, typically, this will be outputs, this will be inputs, or vice versa, whatever. But this is what it takes, the minimum, to make it run and drive and operate. So this will be like, you'll have starter connections, the controls for the wiper, I'm trying to think what else. You'll have anything that's controlled here. The air brakes, you get 5 lines for all the, you can see this. Get this out of the way here. You see there's 3 lines for the air brakes. There's 2 more for over here. So all of this stuff will stay. And this is kind of a typical Cummins type connector you might find, which is right here. You'll see here, this, get my hand out of here. This is what you find in a traditional medium duty truck. It'll probably be a diagnostic connector on the other side. But anyhow, so see here, there's one of the body mounts that they use. Kind of a hokey deal. It's a piece of rubber sandwiched between a couple pieces of steel. Kind of weird, but so anyways, it gets pretty tight and intricate up here. We're going to start with the body, get it off, and the goal for today is to hopefully have the interior ripped out and stripped down to where we can start cutting. I don't know if we'll actually get to cutting today, but I did make a decision on the plasma cutter, so I'm going to go get that today, and I'll be back. So that's where we're headed. So like I said, that's what we're going to do, and then the ultimate goal is in the next 4 to 5 days I have this thing reduced down to the chassis and all the stuff off we don't need. I'll take you inside here and show you. It's actually quite a bit a tear down. So you can imagine every seat, all these evaporators with fans in them, and here's the line set coming in right in here. That's got to come out. All the windows got to come out. All this steel on the roof has to come out. So we're going to take this down. We're going to dissect it, kind of, sort of like it was put together, just with a lot less patience, and we're not going to be as gentle. We're just going to tear it apart. But it's a big project. it's going to take the 4 or 5 days to get this stripped. It will not be quick. Some of the seats are already unbolted. They've got this slide track in here, and the seats themselves, there's people that will buy these on eBay. I don't know if it's worth it for us to go through the effort to take them out and save them. We may just throw them in the dump truck and take them to scrapyard too. I don't know. We'll see when the time comes. But what I was telling you about the way it comes, you can see how the floor differs here. There's a step. This is where the bus company ties in. And right here, this is the original platform. Okay, you can see this piece right here. This platform would have came from the factory. Not finished, but it would have came with all this, and then they would have, you know, built around it. You can see how they use one type of material here, and then you go to something different here. And the finishes where they meet, you know, are pretty crappy. But anyhow, so that's where we're at. We're going to get this apart, and this is where a lot of the wiring runs from underneath here. That's where that big rat's nest is. And a bunch of the wiring runs up in this chase and goes all the way to the back, and also goes up here into the front and lights and things like that. So there's a lot to take off. I guess that'd be alright if you had a skid steer or a tractor you want to put a radio on, I guess. These we save. I use them in my Gradle because it gets pretty hot in there in the summer. It's not air conditioned. So anyways, that's where we're at. So I'm going to go get the new plasma cutter, and when I get back I'll show you what it is and we'll get to work. Alright guys, we'll see you in just a little bit. The video you're about to see is very dangerous. This is very serious. Someone could get hurt. Don't ever do this. Guys, we're making some progress here. We got the back all completely cut off. It's ready to come up. I don't know if you can tell here, but I got this lifted about 4 feet in the back right now. This frame is so crusty, I'll probably not even use this frame. It looks pretty rough. This is a better look for you. Bottom of the bus is pretty rough shape. That plasma cutter made short work of all that. Now we're just getting stuff out from the front, get it all disconnected. Side cut. Yep, side cut. bro. There's a bunch of butt connectors behind you. You got the side cuts? Can you reach it? Now that is a body off restoration. You cut?
Yeah.
What's these two here? What's this nonsense?
Just wrap her up
Here,
there.
drop them down here.
Here. I'll just cut them.
Okay, go ahead. I guess that's the body off. Now what we need to do is put the seat back in it, put the batteries in it, and drive it down the road. Alright, we're going to have to set it down. I'd love to pull this out, but I'm not prepared for that quite yet. Unless I came in here with a skid steer and grab that in, but that'd be messy. Going down. I kind of hate to set it down though. Again, his tail lights ain't working. Well guys, there it is. That's one day. This is day one. the body is completely off and sitting on the concrete. Kind of a vacant hole right there. And there's what's left, which actually came apart pretty well. Not bad at all. Frame's pretty crusty. This will take a lot of pressure wash and sandblast and make it nice. One of the airlines got burnt with the plasma cutter. Oh, I feel it. Yeah, there's a bunch of holes down in here. Probably more than one. That's alright, we'll fix that. Pretty crusty mess. We'll have to pressure wash the crap out of this, probably sandblast it if we even use it. We might just pull the motor transmission out and the parts we need and use it on a different frame. We'll see. These are kind of neat. Turn the key on if it's not up to temperature. These close by this hydraulic cylinder. But anyhow, so there's where we're at. That's what we got. So there you go. There's the end of day one, guys.